Good afternoon everyone. Today we're looking at my first ever Zeppelin watch. So let's get round to it, shall we? So initial look at the box. We've got that stainless steel style reflective, well it's not stainless steel, but the actual look of it looks stainless steel, with that lined finish going across the top. Nice printed logo in the top there as well. A nice simple folding lid fashion with a nice black underwear essentially. Looking at the side box, got a nice black theme going on here with a full sort of German style guarantee card. How to adjust your watch band, probably in a very German way of writing as well, very, very precise, and instruction manual for you adjusting like time and stuff like that. Simple piece of card just to hold that watch on, but a well designed piece of card, again very, very German. So this watch, intake 1, did have a bit of sort of the plastic cover going around the side of it and all the way wrapped around, so I have removed that. So when you actually get this watch, it will have that on it. It did take some time to get it off actually, just because I'm a bit, funny with trying to get things off like that. Yeah, so what we're looking at here is the Zeppelin 100-year celebration edition chronograph 43mm. The watch itself has a case diameter of 13mm, retails at just under £300 and weighs 137 grams. Operates on a full 5130 point D quartz ronde movement. So let's move around to the dial. The dial is a fully luminous, I won't spoil it for you because I'll show you in a second, a fully luminous dial that just allows for those black details to show up rather than having luminous hands and chronograph, etc, etc. So actually on this chronograph, we've obviously got the chronograph movement with the stopwatch, and we've also got an alarm as well. Lots of little details here, and follows the same sort of style as a German like bomber dial, in terms of when you're a pilot, you see those sort of dials in the same sort of fashion. They would look a little bit like this. That's where they get that sort of inspiration from. You've got curved mineral glass as well on top, so it will sort of show its corners a little bit more when you're tilting it around. Inside the actual casing, you've got a curved inside, I think it's curved inside, no, sorry, my mistake, just a flat inside, plain lined metallic finish inside there. No sort of serial number inside there either. Again, not expected. Looking at a second hand there, it's very, very on the mark. It's bang on, it's precise. The hands themselves follow an old style, vintage style hand system. So if you look at an older style clock, you'll see that, when I say older style, I don't offend anyone. So let's say a 60s, 70s clock. And that's not saying you're old, it's a older style clock rather than a younger style clock. You've got those sort of style hands there on the actual hour and minute hands there. Lots of little details going on around the outside of the face there as well, with a tachymeter on the side. So let's have a look at the chronograph. Nice bit of feedback on the actual chronograph button with a nice secure click. Don't think I've pressed a chronograph quite like that before, so it's a really, really nice satisfaction to that chronograph there. A nice spring system and a very good click. I like the spin back function as well. I don't like snapback. Really, really nice. Alarm setting down here as well. So let's have a look at the crown. Let's have a look at the what I'll do now before I forget is I'll show you the luminous background. So hopefully you're ready for this. There we go. Pure luminous green and blue style dial. It has been under the UV light, so that probably be the reason why it's showing up quite so brightly, but you can see really nicely those details going on there in a nice bright blue. So looking at the casing, you've got a very well molded, handcrafted stainless steel casing. with these nice little legs here, just to add a bit of sort of enhancement to where the case sits. The casing itself has got a full mirror style finish with nice mirror finish chronograph buttons and crown. Full curved casing here, no sort of printing of a brand on the side. There's a very, very strong crown there. It's not, I don't mean in terms of the movement, I mean in terms of moving that crown out to the first position. There's a very, very nice, the actual movement to the crown has a nice bit of resistance to it. I'd say it's perfect. It's probably one of the best sort of crown movements I've seen. Second position. Just admiring the handiwork of it and stuff like that, going around. I'm not sure how you set a chronograph on an arm system. I haven't really used it before. Moving the hands around. We've got a very, very nice movement to that as well. There's not a lot of play when you're just inside the actual crown. When you notice when you play with watches a lot, when you're moving, when you're adjusting the time, when you're trying to get the time exactly right, you can. I'm not actually twisting the crown. I'm just, there's a little gap, so you can twist it for like 80% of it, and then when you get to one point, well, 0.95%, there's that 5%. It just allows you to tweak it just a little bit, and that's usually the movement setting it up to move again when you put that crown back in. I don't understand mechanicals of watches very well, but I've seen this bit a lot. So you've got a nice bit of setting on that. So if I can get, there you go. See, it jumps sometimes, but that's not from me moving it, it's just from it jumping itself. That alarm system just winding back to where it was. It's a very, very nice watch. Might consider keeping this myself. So coming out to the strap, we've got a full Milanese strap. I couldn't tell you the diameter offhand, but I can measure it. Let's have a little look. The strap you'll need is a 21mm strap if you wanted to change it. Got a full Milanese strap with a nice wide butterfly clasp with a push button deployment system on the side. We'll look at the back of the casing in a minute. Very, very nice inside component there. Not too cheap and matches the style of the watch. Often inside the clasp can reveal cheap components, but this is not the case. This is a really, really nice construction to the watch. So inside the actual casing, you've got that Zeppelin 100 years style marking on the back there. Made in Germany, as is the brand. The actual Zeppelin brand, formed in 1987, with providing basically unique fancy designs. And in 1997, they produced the radio watch, which is, they say, is a sort of, I don't want to say industry standard and quote it, but that's just my way of wording it. We've got industry standard style setting after that. So let's put this on the wrist and see how it looks. So there we go, guys. That is the Zeppelin 100 year chronograph 43mm.